In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what the first 7 days look like for a real client of mine, one that I've just taken on called PP Bathrooms. I'm going to show you what it's like in the first 7 days. I'm going to show you exactly what results look like. I'm going to show you how much ad spend to use, what a basic campaign structure looks like, and I'm even going to show you what you can expect from a realistic start when things are done properly. I'll even throw in a few real screenshots of the ad account, the WhatsApp messages from the client, and of course, I'll show you the images, videos, and offer that's working quite well at the minute. I'm not here to talk theory or any of that boring bollocks. I'm here to show you a real life client ad account, one that went from 0 ads 7 days ago to having ads live and bringing in 16 leads already for a cost per lead at less than a tenner. So let's get into it. So the business in this case was one called PP Bathrooms. They are a bathroom company, if the name didn't give it away already. They are two Polish guys that moved to the UK several years ago. They've set up this company, they're dishing out super high quality work. They've got the images, they've got the social proof to back it up, and you know, they can dish out a bathroom in an average fit time of 2 days. So really, really good start to what they can do. Now, before I advertise for anyone, if you do not have an offer, or we cannot agree an offer, or we can't find something special about you to create an offer, then I will simply not run ads for you. The offer is the single most important thing for any advertising campaign, whether it's Google, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok. Your offer is core to attracting new customers. Because if you don't have an offer, you'll just get lost, because when you look at what your competition are doing, I guarantee you they've got some kind of offer going. And you know, that is the way to win local, because usually small local businesses don't actually do the offer very well. So if you're using a local radius, it's very, very easy to actually beat other people's ads if you nail your offer first. In the case of PP Bathrooms, we have to do research, right? Every single time we set up a new ad account for someone, we have to do research together, and we had to sit down with them, and I had to physically show them what it is to the competition we're doing. So I went to Google, I Googled bathroom companies in the local area, and lo and behold, you go onto their websites, you can see they're giving away free mirrors, free removals of old bathrooms, all that kind of stuff. So once they both saw that, they had like an element of shock on the face, that they couldn't believe that all these companies were doing that. So I also went to the Facebook ad library and I said, look guys, you can see here all the offers that people have got on: free mirrors, free radiators, free taps, you know, free samples, free quotes, free home visits, all that kind of good stuff. So the penny finally dropped. We sat together and we agreed an offer. We built an offer that looked like this. So we built free home visit and quote, 12-month workmanship guarantee, free mirror, and free removal of the previous bathroom worth 150 quid. Hell of a great offer, loads of bonus from using a company like PP Bathrooms. And you know, I was so happy when they got on board with the offer, because this is exactly what we needed to take it to the next level. A couple of interesting points here is the 12-month workmanship guarantee, because an objection that you often come across in the construction space is people are worried about, you know, the bathroom or whatever they're doing in the house falling to pieces, and then they have to pay someone else to come and fix it. Now, this takes that objection away, this takes that worry away. And similarly, the removal of the old bathroom, because you know, if people are removing the bathroom, they might have to pay for a skip for 150 quid or 200 quid. So that removal is really, really good as well. This then added in with the free home visit, the free quote, the free mirror. It just created, you know, an offer that really marinated itself and made it really, really attractive. And it's almost a no-brainer, right? It's almost, if someone's thinking about clicking, the offer really kicks people over the line and gets them to give you details, so you can then go and have a conversation with them, right? So make sure you nail your offer. Another thing that they did have was their average fit time for a bathroom was about 2 days. So Christmas is coming up, people want it finished for Christmas, they've got family coming over, etc. So having this speed also really added to that marinade of the offer, because people sometimes pay to get things done quickly, but they could do it quickly and they could do it for an affordable price. It's a really, really good offer, and it's really worked well so far. So the next step actually after nailing this offer with them was the audience and targeting. So it was, how do we find the right people and how do we get to the right audience? Now, you might be thinking with Facebook, you can do a load of crazy shit in the back end. Well, you used to be able to do that in about 2015, and that used to work relatively well back in 2015, you could, pull a few levers, you could pull a few whistles in the back end, and it would do a really good job of getting you more people. But now, because Meta, Facebook and Instagram have actually updated their algorithm, how it works, they actually want you to try and find the right audience through your images, through your video, through the ad copy, the writing, the text that go with the ads. So what we did here was, one part of the targeting in the back end that's important, particularly, if you're a smaller local business and you can't operate nationally, you can use the radius settings. So you can set, for example, we chose Warrington and then a 20-mile radius, because obviously they've got to travel to do the free quotes, and that's what they were comfortable with. But having this radius set actually gives us an advantage for several reasons. One is because it actually allows us to avoid big advertisers with deep advertising pockets that can, advertise throughout the UK, and they can just absolutely swamp our budget. And two, it actually lets us focus on beating the local offers, the things that other people are already advertising in the local area, and it lets us nail down a particular area of the UK. So in our case, it's Cheshire, which is a really good area because there's a lot of people with a lot of disposable income in this area. But that's it really. You don't have to go into detail of demographics, groups that people are in, all that kind of targeting bollocks. You don't need to do it anymore. We have a term called keeping it broad. This just means that you don't do any of that stuff. You target the radius, the area that you want to serve, and then you target the people that you want to serve in your ads. And for example, what we did here was we targeted Cheshire homeowners. We also played on the fact that Christmas is coming soon. So that's an event, a big event. So if you can tie your ads to an event, autumn, winter, Christmas, something like that, things that people are already thinking about, that really works well too. So the best ad that we've got up at the minute is one that is talking about do your bathroom in time for Christmas, because people are thinking, shit, I've got family coming over at Christmas, I need my bathroom ready, I need my house looking good. So this is actually working, this messaging is working really well, targeting homeowners in Cheshire and ones that are thinking about Christmas. Simple takeaway here is just don't overcomplicate it. Don't overcomplicate the ad setup, don't overcomplicate your targeting. Keep it simple. Remember, get your messaging right, target the people you want to target in the ads, i.e. Cheshire homeowners, and be creative and use and tie in big events with your ads, like Christmas, like Easter, like winter sales, etc. These are things that people have on the mind already. So the next step for the guys at PP Bathrooms was actually set up the ad campaigns, and this is relatively simple. You want to keep your structure really basic. It's one ad campaign, one ad set, and 3 to 5 ads. We also use something in this called Advantage Plus. That's just Meta's version of its algorithm, its AI, and what this does is it allocates your budget to the best performing ads. So then you can come back in 4 days' time, look at the ad account and think, no budget's going to that, all the budget's going to this, all the leads are going to this ad, and then you can make decisions like, bang, need to turn that ad off. Again, in this case, they wanted to start with a low budget, which is absolutely fine. I usually recommend no less than 500 quid. So that's exactly what they went for, 500 quid, and you can set it in the ad account not to spend any more than £16 a day. Give or take, that's about 500 quid for the month, but you can get good results with a low budget. It's really not that hard. If you've got your offer, you've got your audience, you've got your targeting right, you can actually nail it. And if you actually want to see how to create your own ad campaign, I've actually got this video here. It is the best ad campaign setup for construction-based businesses. Click the link, have a look. It walks you through step by step exactly how to set up an ad campaign, and it's one you can copy and paste, and it's one that's proven, and it's worked for me time and time again to get construction businesses great results. So check that out. Okay, next, got to offer, audience, targeting, ad campaign setup. We've got to look at the ads themselves. So we've got to look at what images, videos that we actually have available to us. And luckily in this case, these guys, they're younger than most in the construction industry, so they're quite good at getting content of their work, videos, images, of the bathroom fit. So they actually had a really good portfolio of bathrooms to give to us, which makes our life really easy. And there's loads of tutorials on how to take content, and it's actually not that hard. It's point and shoot. You can just get your phone, you can just video around like that of the bathroom, get enough footage, and you can easily put something together and stick an ad up. It's actually quite easy. We got the guys to send us over their images and videos. We edited them on their behalf because we know what works. We've done this several times for several different construction-based businesses now, so we know exactly what works. We've got a voiceover on one, got my missus to do that. The female voice performs better. You know, we've got other videos, before and afters, you know, before and after photos. It's all a mix of trial and error because you don't actually know what's going to resonate with your audience at first. And actually what we found was the static images of just the bathroom with the director offer and the average fit time and the messaging about Christmas is actually doing the best. So that is actually printing 11 leads at below £10 a lead. So that was really good. And I'll put it up here so you can have a little look at it. That's it. That's the one that's performing the best. Really surprised me as well. Thought the voiceover video of the before and after might do really well, but this one is killing it. Okay, so another thing to actually consider is lead capture. So how do you actually capture the details of the people that you want to talk to? Do you use a website or do you use the Facebook lead form? Take in mind, this is a brand new ad account, so it's got no data, it's got nothing for us as the advertising partner to feed off, to learn off, to make informed decisions on. So what we do in this case, and it doesn't matter even if you've got data, we use Facebook lead forms at first because we know that you can get data in quickly and you can actually get very, very good results with a lead form, because if you're debating website versus lead form, then with a website, it's much harder to get people to convert because you're actually taking them out of the Facebook interface or Instagram interface and you're putting them onto your website. So there's a bit of friction there. So the lead form, it stays within Facebook and Instagram. You can add questions on it, you can add images on it, you can add reviews, you know, all that kind of stuff, questions about, you know, what you need to find out. So this is what we did for PP Bathrooms, and we made them a high converting lead form. And if you want to learn how to do this yourself, then I've actually got this video here on how to create a high performing lead form. Really, really easy, really, really simple. You do it within the ad account. Follow this step by step, copy and paste it if you want. It's here. Have a little look at it. But in the case for PP Bathrooms, we kept the lead form relatively simple, relatively straightforward. We used rich creative format. We had a nice banner at the top of their bathroom fits, and we asked them 3 questions. So really, really simple questions is, how long have you been thinking about your bathroom fit? What's your budget? And are you the homeowner? So really, really important questions for a construction-based business to answer. Most important thing here is make it bloody multiple choice. Don't give people the option to put text in because they'll put a load of shite in there. Make it easy for them, get them to just click a button and they'll come through, and at least you'll have an idea before you talk to them if they're qualified for the service or not. Another thing here, and it's really a top tip, and if you really want better lead quality, you need to use this. And it's actually, there's a button now, Meta, Facebook, Instagram put this in a little while ago, and it's actually really helping with lead quality. So you can tick a box that says verify my phone number. It's really, really useful to get people to verify. It makes people think. It makes people put in a code before giving you their details. It makes people think that, yes, I actually really want to do this and I really want to talk to this company. So make sure you do that would be my recommendation. I've been using it and it's really, really increased the lead quality for clients across the board. Also, with your lead capture, you need to decide how you're going to record it. Luckily, Facebook has an option with lead forms where you can actually link it to a Google Sheet, which is really, really useful. It does it automatically. It's a few click setup, and between me and PP Bathrooms, we can manage this really easily. Usually, I would say have a CRM system, and that's another part of our service that we do have. But in this case, PP Bathrooms wanted to start nice and simple, nice and easy, get them up and running, and this is definitely something you can do on your own. You wouldn't need someone to help with this. You could set this up and you could just record the leads, what's coming in. It drags through everything from the lead form. It drags the questions through, their answers through, their contact details, their number, their name, etc. Whatever it is that you ask on the form. So that's really, really important if you're going to do this. A good way to track. You can update the spreadsheet of where you're at, who you've quoted for, all that kind of good stuff. So after the first 7 days, the results were insane. We've spent less than 200 quid. And we've generated 16 leads already for a cost per lead of £9.95, so that's less than 10 quid. Unbelievable. In the construction space, I've seen leads from anywhere between 20 and £40. The ads are really resonating at the moment. You know, we had also a window fitter on our books and they were getting leads about £18, so you can get a bit of a benchmark there of what you should expect. anywhere between 20 and 40 usually, but if you've got some good ads, you've got a good offer, and the message is resonating, you can get really, really cheap leads, really, really cheap customers in really, really quickly. Again, with the leads that we brought in, we have managed to get the boys from PP Bathrooms out to quote. More than 60% of them, they're out, they're in the van, they're quoting the business, they're getting the name out there. You know, that is exactly what, you know, getting these leads, using Facebook advertising is all about. They were relying on another company to feed them, and they really want to branch out. They really want to get rid of this reliance on referral from other people. Doing 3 bathrooms a week, want to take it to 5. They'll easily do that. They'll easily do that. So throughout the week, I was continually looking and optimizing the ads where I could. I'd usually leave it 4 days. So after 4 days, come back, have a look. Could see that there was easy optimizations to be made. We had 5 ads running. I could see the carousel post where you can flick through. Wasn't working very well, turn that off. Could see that the static post with the Christmas messaging and the offer and just 1 bathroom and average fit time of 2 days was doing really, really well. That had 11 leads. I could see 1 video didn't have any leads, so turned it off. Another video had about 4 or 5, so that was doing pretty well. It was the one with the voiceover, so kept those on. Got 3 ads there now. And I think over the next 7 days, now what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll add another creative option in based on that ad that's got 11 leads. So I'll make a variation of that, similar messaging, maybe a different bathroom, maybe some different colors, see how that performs over the next 4 to 5 days, and we'll go for there. Because once you find a winning ad, once you find an ad that's doing well, you need to make iterations of it. You need to make variations of it, and that's how you can keep going and keep getting better, and you can keep getting more leads in for a cheaper cost. If you found this video helpful, that's great. Like, subscribe. I'll be dropping things like this, live client ad account reviews every single week, trying to link theory and practice so you can actually have some actionable results and see what it's like in the real world. So nice one, and I'll see you in the next one.